Here we are with the no lathe pen challenge, part 1, the materials. Here we have an old calligraphy set. We need one of the nibs. We have a cigar and cigar tube, 2-part epoxy, and of course ink. Alright, here we are at part 2. These are the tools that we need. Obviously, electric drill, drill index set. This is a 1/16 to a 1/2 inch. Pilot drill, popsicle stick for mixing the epoxy, a center punch for punching a pilot dimple in the tube, and a micrometer so we can measure the size of the nib to figure out what drill we need. Alright, we're going to begin by cutting a point on the popsicle stick to facilitate the glue addition to the nib when we get to that point. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, to begin, we need to modify the tube so it'll hold the nib. We take out the cigar, we'll save that for later, won't tell the wife. Now we begin with a punch, put that approximately in the center, push until it clicks. And then you can see there's a nice little divot. Alright, the next thing that we need to do is size the nib. So we take out this nib, put that away, turn on the micrometer, and we get a reading of 237, 238. So that's pretty close to 1/4 of an inch. And we open up the drill. And here we have 1/4 of an inch, and we're going to pick something a little smaller, an intermediate size. Doesn't matter, that's about halfway in between. So, these are the drills we're going to use. Alright, the next thing that we need to do is drill a hole. We will begin by putting in a pilot drill. A pilot drill is a small little stiff drill that's very unlikely to dance all around the end of the tube. So we have this in, here's the divot, and we begin by drilling a hole. Okay, now we put in an intermediate size drill. Okay, and the final drill. Okay, now let's check to see if everything fits. We have the nib, we have the hole, it fits beautifully. The next step is to mix the epoxy. Here we have the 2-part epoxy. This is black, we don't need very much, so just a little divot. And the second part. And then we mix it well until it gets a nice consistent gray color. That looks pretty good. And get that off the end. Avoid the glue on your hand. And we put some on the tip, the nib, like this. And Alright, that looks pretty good. And we can just clean it up a little bit with a finger. That looks fine. Smear that off. We let it harden and we give it a try. Alright, here we are. The epoxy's dry. We will give this a try. So first we need to fill it with ink. You should be cautious with the fountain pen ink because it's very, very messy. It stains very easily. Okay, I don't have much ink left, but there we go. And I got some on my finger. And we put the top on. There we go.